Hello, my name is Anthony Benelli. I've been a resident of Valley Stream for over 30 years. I'm running for school trustee for Valley Stream District 13. The election is Tuesday, May 20th. Polling begins at 6 a.m. and ends at 9 p.m. You can vote at your local elementary school, Willow, Howell, Deaver, and Wheeler. I want to speak now about a bus proposal that I made when I was a school trustee. The proposal was actually made perhaps 18 months ago to the board and to Dr. LaRocca. The numbers show that the school district can save approximately $3 million annually if we had our own school bus fleet of 38 vehicles. Now, I broke down the numbers, I did the cost benefit analysis, and it's clear on paper that we could save that many dollars. Dr. LaRocca was interviewed by the Herald because the Herald journal journalists and editors believed there was something to the story. And Dr. LaRocca last March 2024 stated in the article that she needs to perform her own cost-benefit analysis. Well, this past February, I foiled for that report. The response I got was that there was never any report generated. Dr. LaRocca ignored it. She essentially lied to the public that she was going to do the due diligence to actually see if we could actually save millions of dollars if we had our own school bus fleet. There are so many advantages, not just saving dollars, but the advantages are manifold. Number one, we could put 3-point safety belts into the buses. Number two, we can control who the drivers are in these buses. We will be able to do the background checks to avoid the horrible situation where a school bus driver raped one of the bus riders in the Central High School District a couple of years ago. What was so sad about that is that this same individual was arrested 6-7 years earlier while working for the Department of Corrections, and he lost that job because he had raped a 16-year-old girl. If that bus company would have done a background check, they would have known this. Furthermore, last year, the children of Deaver for a summer event would have liked to have gone to Music in the Park in Pennsylvania, but the principal or someone else could not get a bus permitted for them to travel to Pennsylvania, and they ended up going to the theater. If we had our own bus fleet, we would never have such a situation. We would never have a problem getting a bus to bring children to point A to point B. I invite you to come to my website to check out the bus proposal. I have it published on the website, the full report, the emails that I sent to Dr. LaRocca, a copy of the article, and I would like right now to actually just pan through what I have posted on the website and focus in on just the graph to show you the cost analysis, the cost comparison between what we currently do, which is we pay millions for bus companies to pick our children up, as opposed to having our own bus fleet. So let me get up and pan through that chart. Okay, so this is a graph. The red line indicates the costs that we've been paying bus companies to pick up our children. The blue line is the costs if we had our own bus fleet. As you can see, the initial cost is $5.48 million, and that reflects the fact that we would have to buy 38 buses. That would be one bus extra in case of any breakdowns. But the following year, the costs drop dramatically to $1.5 million a year. And then subsequently after that, very small increases, reflecting small interest, the cost of inflation, increases in salaries, but minuscule compared to the difference in the costs if we were still paying the vendors. As you can see, as we pay the vendors, clearly it's over $4 million each year, where our annual costs are only about $1.5 million a year. In less than 2 years, we can pay for the school buses. The school buses would pay for themselves within 2 years. And then thereafter, we would have this windfall. It's just pretty straightforward looking at the numbers. Let me go back. These are the actual numbers in comparison, the differences. And as you can see, we would be saving $10 million after 5 years. $10 million, that's serious money. But like I mentioned earlier, Dr. LaRocca promised us an analysis more than a year ago, March 2024, in the Herald article. And I foiled, and she didn't do the report. So my contention is, my belief is that Dr. LaRocca doesn't want to actually do the work of managing a fleet of buses. She doesn't want to do it. It's more work for her. That's outrageous, because while the parents are not getting their money's worth for their child's education, we are prevented from expanding services. We have one gifted and talented teacher for all 4 schools. We can't expand that. We're only spending about $110,000 for the gifted children in District 13. We have children atrophying. They should be advanced. There's no advanced placement or accelerated learning programs at the elementary schools that they actually have at the high schools. There's so many things we can do if we can save that money and invest in our children, as opposed to investing in a building, which I mentioned in another video, that the Central High School wants to do. So I urge you to visit my website, check out the other videos, and I need your support. Please vote for me this coming 2 weeks, Tuesday, May 20th. And vote no on these, across the board. Vote no on these propositions. Again, they have $13 million of reserve funds. It's unjustified that they want to increase spending by $2.3 million. It's outrageous. Again, like as I mentioned in another video, the spending or the budget increases from only 8 years ago has gone up 49% in District 13. And in Central High School, the budget has gone up 76% in 7 years. That's laughable. And at the same time, they're accumulating millions of dollars in these reserve funds. Those monies are monies that they collected from taxing you and not spending on your children's education. This has to come to an end. This has been going on year after year, way too long. We need serious change here. And I hope you vote me back into office, and we'll get this bus proposal implemented with your approval. It would require a referendum of the public to actually see for themselves, hey, is this really true that I'm proposing we can save millions of dollars each year in transportation costs. Incidentally, I want to make one more comment. I asked LaRocca last year and the year before, how is she coming about figuring out how many buses we need for the vendors? And she has no quantifiable measure, but she could. She could actually ask for an April 1st letter from the parents that have that go to school locally, to our elementary schools, but she doesn't. New York state law does not distinguish between the parochial and private schools having to submit an April 1st letter. It's for both the public schools and the parochial schools. So that April 1st letter can actually identify what the actual need is for busing from these vendors. Instead, she just goes for the maximum support. What I'm trying to say is that she bases her need of busing based on who's eligible to receive busing. But she falsely represents this stuff in her presentations. She claims that students are receiving these transportation services. They are not. They're only eligible for it. And when I was a school trustee, I counted how many children were on these buses, and the maximum I got was 23. I reported that to the board and to Lieutenant LaRocca, and I asked for her to do her own count with her own staff. And the largest number of students she had in one bus was 30. So why are we paying these bus companies these large buses that have the capacity for 70 children? Why? It's overcapacity. We're clearly overpaying for these transportation costs. What's going on here? Why are we paying these bus companies so much more money than what we have to? A couple of $1 million is not small change. We need to find out what's going on here. And it's actually outrageous that Dr. LaRocca ignored her commitment to the public to do her own cost-benefit analysis. Okay, thank you.